Here we go. Who doesn't love Hollywood? I mean, Hollywood is the place where the so-called American dream began. It's a place where you can take an ordinary citizen, put them on the big screen, and make them into a household name. You could take a man like Harrison Ford, a struggling actor who was told he would never make it. You could put him on the big screen and make him into an American icon. Everyone wants to be in Hollywood. It's the most exclusive club on the planet Earth. Very few make it, and even less stay in Hollywood. Every actor, actresses, directors all aspire to be part of this club. But what we don't know is that Hollywood does more than just make its way into our living rooms and movie theaters. These movies that have become part of our lives, they influence us more than we think. You don't believe me? Just sit back, pay attention, take out your popcorn, as I take you through a little story about Hollywood and the movies. These things that we have come to admire and enjoy so much can secretly be controlling our mind. The lights, the camera, the action, the aura of Hollywood, it's so beautiful, it's so amazing. But most people don't realize how powerful this institution really is. What we all do is that we just go to the movies, we sit back with our popcorn and our candy, we go watch something for entertainment, and then we go home. But what we don't know and don't understand is that what we are watching is making its way into our minds and affecting the way we think.
Most people still today think that all entertainment to do with movies, drama, is therefore nothing more than their entertainment. It never ever was that case.
Of course, television can't perform such miracles as this, yet. But perhaps there's no harm wishing that it could.
But it doesn't stop there. Hollywood makes its ways into our minds, and when we're at our most vulnerable moment, when we're sitting back and relaxing with the family, our guards are down. When we watch fictional or even non-fictional content, we just sit back and we enjoy the show because for so many years, that's what we've been told to do.
Messages are promoted through movies and drama, high drama, through the fixation of emotive sequences, emotional sequences, not logical, factual sequences, but pushing points across in an emotional way which register and fix in the mind. So emotional content is very, very important rather than going through an actual discussion or an argument using logic and facts. There's no debate. And when you're being downloaded through fiction, your guard is down, the sensor part of your brain is not in action. It isn't saying, yes, I agree with this, I disagree with that, as you would in a debate or a lecture. You're actually in an alpha state, being completely downloaded with new ideas.
In the book Patterns of Bias in Hollywood by John W. Combs, he talks about the biased approach to movies that has taken place in Hollywood films. Combs stresses to the reader that movies reflect the idea and views of the maker. He also stresses to the reader that in movies and in television, the audiences don't realize that the filmmaker or writers want you to get to think a certain way after their film is over. There's always a background story to why a movie or film is shot in a certain way. Examples of this is in 1943, way back, where the animated propaganda short film Dead Footer's Face by Walt Disney Production, originally titled Donald Duck in Naziland, the cartoon which features Donald Duck in a nightmare setting working at a factory in Nazi Germany. This cartoon was made in an effort to sell war bonds and is an example of American propaganda during World War II. Imagine millions of kids around the world watching this, watching their favorite cartoon little hero in Donald Duck carry around the drum sets littered with logos of Nazis, especially during a stressful time like World War II. Yet just another tiny example of how media and how powerful TV shows really are, how they can infiltrate our mind during our youngest moments and even our most vulnerable moments, and spread certain ideals which could affect the way we think. When Jaws burst into the movie screens on June 20th, 1975, it changed the way Americans looked at great white sharks forever. Now, 41 years later, the slogan, "Don't go into the water," turned into a PR campaign against sharks. A PR campaign that spearheaded the increase of people that were hunting sharks. In the waters off the U.S. eastern seaboard, according to lifescience.com, populations of many species of sharks have dropped by 50%, and even some had fallen as much as by 90%. We nearly drove sharks extinction after seeing Jaws. Beaches became less populated, and people hunt sharks for sport. All because one scientist in a fiction movie convinced us that killing sharks was the only way to stop a tourist from dying on the beach. So we believed it, because it's Hollywood. Also, other little facts to toss in here: the amount of kids that taken martial arts classes increased after Karate Kid. John W. Combs, in his book Patterns of Bias, said that Hollywood is like a fisherman. It throws its nets and rods into a big ocean of viewers that gobble up the bait. Hollywood loves a good story. Why then there's so many movies based around World War II? As a beginning, as a middle, and as an end. As villains like Hitler's and the Nazis, and on the other side as heroes like the Allies. That's why there's so many movies based around World War II. That's also why we are obsessed with the apocalypse and the end of the world movie. Because we as human beings need closure. We also believe the world is going to end one day, apparently. If you look at the movie 2012, you can notice where this idea actually really came from. In conclusion, TV shows and movies, they're so much a part of our life. They shape the way we think, and if we're not careful, they could end up influence us more than we think. Now, I'm not saying that movies are going to brainwash you like a zombie from Walking Dead. Actually, I hope not. But I hope you took away some useful information in this video. Now, I'm not talking against seeing movies because, I mean, come on, movies are awesome and they're part of our lives. But please understand that what you're watching may be influencing you more than you think.
And that's all, folks.